Hey everyone, welcome to I Just Watched. I'm Joseph, and we're getting into M3GAN. So full spoiler discussion. So if you haven't seen it, there's your fair warning. I was excited for this because James Wan's involved, and I love James Wan. I think he's our generation's horror icon. Like he is the top tier. When he's involved in something, it usually means it's gonna be great, even outside of horror. So that being said, going into the movie, I was hoping for a really good movie. The people were watching it and talking about it. I was like, okay, you know what? This might be a great movie. So I don't know if that maybe one of the issues, but overall this movie's just okay. There's nothing super special about it. It's nothing crazy. I also should probably let you know that the whole Chucky slash spooky doll thing was never a big turn on for me when it came to spooky movies. It was never something that I was like, oh shit, like that's creepy as fuck. It scares me. It's terrifying. You should know by now that when something crawls on screen, that's usually my kryptonite. That's usually when my body's there, but spiritually I chunk deuces. Alright? If no one's there to save me, that's when I get got. When she crawled in this, I was like, stupid ass doll. The only doll based movie to ever really get me would be like the Annabelle movies. They're not super great, but really it's not the doll there, it's the demon behind it. It's the fact that it's just a conduit. It's more of like a visual representation of the spiritual aspect of it, where M3GAN, Chucky, and a few others, the doll itself is the villain. And like I said, this movie's good. It's not bad by any means. It just didn't have anything super special. Throughout the whole movie, I wasn't scared once. Like, I didn't feel moments of like, oh shit. No moments of like genuine, like, oh fuck, what's gonna happen? What's gonna happen? The whole time I was like, alright, cool, it's alright. It made me feel how I felt after watching Wednesday, where Wednesday, I really dislike a lot of it. Quite a bit, actually. I say that because the only thing that I really can compare it to is the best part of Wednesday for me is her dance scene. Like, it's the only part that I was like really, really enjoyed. That hit me and caught me off guard. Like, oh, this is great. Same here. This movie, nothing special about it. Best part was the 10-second dance scene, which you see the entirety of in the trailers. And I was like, oh, okay. I was kind of hoping there would have been more or something more involved with the whole little dancing, the way they were selling it with the trailers, and everyone was talking about the dance is iconic and the dance this, da 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 da. And I was like, all right, cool. 10 seconds of everything we got in the trailer, so it was nothing special. There's nothing added to it. It really goes nowhere. So I was like, alright, it was weird and enjoyable, but like nothing happened. All in all, I think this movie's okay. It's not something I highly recommend. It's not something I plan on rewatching a whole bunch either. So, for me, rewatchability is a big deal. That's really how I know if I love or hate a movie. But this one's just middle of the road. First movie of the year for me, and just middle of the road. Nothing special. Kind of a letdown more so than anything, but not necessarily bad. If you've seen it, I want to hear your thoughts. M3GAN herself, to me, was never creepy. There was never this intense feeling of like, oh shit, or this thrill. Family dynamic between, I don't remember their names, I apologize, but the main little girl and her aunt. It went from like, there's no way they can communicate to like perfect real quick, and I was kind of caught off guard because they were so, like, they were selling the fact that they just couldn't work as, like, they just, it really was the aunt who just couldn't really, she's just not a people person. She loves her tech and blah, 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 blah. They were going down that route. Out of nowhere, you get this switch, which, maybe it is like that in real life. I don't know. But she was like, cool, perfect aunt, perfect mother figure. And the only character that I really loved out of this was Bruce. I want to hear your thoughts. How do you feel about this? Did you like it? Did you enjoy it? They announced a sequel, so we're supposed to get more of M3GAN, and they definitely leave it open at the end when she takes over the little, what's the name of the hoe who operates the Amazon stuff? Alexa. Anyways, there's this little thing, and she has her own version. I forgot the name of it too. But basically, you see it, it kicks on and it turns, and you're like, all right, cool. They're leaving room where there could be a part two, and they announced it, so there's a sequel coming out. So we'll see how it goes. But I want to hear your thoughts. How'd you feel about it? Did you like it? What are you excited for horror-wise this year? Let me know in the comment section. I love hearing from you. But until next time, stay safe, be well, y con mucho amor. Adios.